Guys, one of my worst fears I've been having all year is actually starting to come to fruition. See, last year, it would be incredibly nice on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You know, the days of the week where everybody's working and there's no really need to do anything outside. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it would get incredibly bad and rainy out. Which is sad because Friday and Saturday, Sunday are the days we want to be happy and go outside and relax. Basically, what's happening last year is happening this year, and I don't like it at all. But in spite of all that, today is going to be one great day. Because happy Saturday, everybody! Yes, it is Saturday, May 19th. I am so thrilled for what's going on today. First and foremost, the Preakness is happening today. Really excited about that, very much so. Although I'm a little worried about Justify, the horse that won the Derby and is the only one who can be the Triple Crown winner. One of his hind legs is actually bruised. I hope the horse is going to be okay for the race this afternoon, or this evening. Actually, it would be this evening because it's in Maryland and New York, at least where I am, are on the same time zone, so yeah, it could only be in the evening. Anyway, one thing I definitely got to talk about is, throughout my entire life, I had, on my father's side, on both sides of my family, I had several girl cousins, but the two oldest ones are on my father's side of the family. And when I was little, I would always get so excited to see them because I honestly felt like they were the closest things to sisters I had, or big sisters. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I had to wait until I was 24 until I actually got a sister. And I had to wait almost another 2 years for it to become official. So I was 26 when I finally got an official sister. So the moral of that story is good things come to those who wait. I say this because one of my cousin's sons is getting baptized and christened today. In fact, his birthday was yesterday. It's Oliver. I mentioned his name is Oliver. So, presuming that your mother is letting you watch this, happy birthday, Oliver! I can't wait to see you later today. Love you. So, yeah, there's that. And now to get into the real other big thing I wanted to talk about. And that is, lately I've been showing off sites and menus to establishments I like to go to at Keuka Lake, due to the fact that for the most part, many of them are seasonal. They're not open all year round, so I want to give them all the support that I can. I say this because the more I think about it, I can think of 8 truly great places that I feel are the best places that Hammondsport at Keuka Lake has to offer, which is why I have dubbed them Hammondsport's Big 8. Although, if you guys were paying attention yesterday, I kept editing a certain post. It's honestly because I kept forgetting, and so I had to add one. So there you go. It's 8 altogether. These places are the best of the best Hammondsport has to offer, and they are the kinds of places where if you take your special someone to go see them, you are going to get lots and lots of compliments. True story, you will get lots of compliments. Anyway, so I've already mentioned 2 of them actually. The Bully Hill, Vineyards or Winery, which is, I feel, has the best view in all of Keuka Lake. And then there's the Pleasant Valley Inn, which is easily the most intimate, relaxing, and romantic-inducing, I feel. So, you know what? I'm going to get into 3 more of them. Starting with one particular one where I've only been to once. And I'll tell you why. This place is called the Union Block Italian Bistro, or what's abbreviated as UBIB. And B as in boy. Anyway. The thing about the Union Block I have to stress is that my family has only been there once. It was myself, my father, my mother, and one of my cousins from Colorado. We had to wait a very long time to get our food. Let me explain. See, the Union Block Italian Bistro is very small. One would say it's very cozy. So much so, in fact, that there's so little seating that they don't take reservations. You walk in and hope to the fact you find a seat. And as for the wait list, it's pretty much wait your turn until someone's done eating and leaves. With that said, however, we actually waited, when my family went, we waited well over a half an hour just to get our salads. And it was almost 2 hours when we arrived that we finally got our meals ready. See, it's so cozy in there that the kitchen is actually in a cellar and they use a dumbwaiter to bring up the food. And the staff isn't very big either. Again, with that said, however, the food is what saved the day. I actually had the, I'll call it a surf and turf, why not? It was basically a sirloin and shrimp scampi. It was incredibly good. The food literally saved the day that evening. Now, this was the story of the time my family and I went was back in 2012. It's been nearing 6 years, and from what I've heard, they've gotten significantly better. Up their game, if you will. So, I would definitely go there again. And I would like to go there again. But when I do, I'm going to emphasize the most caution when I do so. And I highly recommend you do the same. So, with that said, one other thing I should mention before I continue. Some of these places are seasonal that I've been mentioning, but some of them are not. Like the 2 places I showed yesterday, Burgers and Beer and Wise Guys Pizza, I'm pretty sure are not seasonal. I only talked about them because I was talking about Hammondsport, and plus, both of those places are actually right across from each other practically. But I'll get to more of that a little later. Anyway, plus, you also have to remember, especially with Wise Guys, Keuka College is not very far away. And even though there are 2 other places near Keuka College that serve pizza, one of them being a Pizza Hut, if you're a college student and you want pizza, you will go and get it no matter what it takes. Trust me, I know. Anyway, enough with that. Another one of the big 8 I want to talk about is one that's also seasonal, called the Timberstone Grill. It's actually very new. In fact, it's not even 4 years old. It's barely even 3 years old. How do I know this? Believe it or not, my father's flooring company actually did the floor for that building. So, yeah. Suffice to say, it lives up to the hype. The first time I had there, I had one of the best burgers I've ever eaten. And it was such a simple burger too. It's a simple burger, with lettuce, tomatoes, onions, stuff like that. Still, one of the best burgers I ever had. So, yes, that is Timberstone. Highly recommend that place. And finally, I'll get into what I feel is the classiest, the Village Tavern. Fantastic place. In fact, the weekend I ran the Wine Glass Marathon, I actually had pasta from there. And it was exactly what I needed before the big race. Hey, I told you I've done marathons, haven't I? Actually, it wasn't just pasta, it was actually chicken parm. And I know lately chicken parm has been kind of getting a bad rap for being one of those places that you're not allowed to have at fancy restaurants. But you know what? This place was awesome. And I've also had steak from there too. So there you go. And I should also point out the elephant in the room. Union Block Italian Bistro, Timberstone Grill, and Village Tavern. For those of you who are watching and or from the village of Hammondsport, or if you're just really, really astute, all three of those places, as well as Wise Guys and Burgers and Beer, are all within walking distance of each other. Oh yeah, to walk from place to place to place to place wouldn't even take you 5 minutes. In fact, some of these places you can actually eat outside. You can literally see almost all of them from where you'd be sitting outside. They're in that close proximity with one another. So, yes. I felt it's best to talk about Union Block, Timberstone, and Village Tavern and group them together because they are within walking distance of each other. And the places I'm going to talk about tomorrow, they are far from walking distance of each other, but they are boating distance. I'll get into more of that tomorrow. So, on that note, like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could totally use the support. And remember, why do I always say remember? I always say remember at the end. Anyway, I'm humbled I made this video for all of my viewers to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hopeful that we all have a wonderful day, rain or shine. And remember, if you guys ever want to talk, and if you guys ever want to chat, I'll always be here to lend an ear, and I'll always most certainly have your back. So take care. And I better say this one more time. Happy birthday, Oliver! I can't wait to see you later today.